Hello and welcome, fellow adventurers of the dice, to the end of the Timeless Trio, if I have my way. I am Rick, your guide through the mystical realms of probability of demise, and since it is probably one of two possible last breaths of air for the Timeless Trio and our guest, Veritar, played by Andy, I would love to give everybody a chance to introduce themselves around and what their final dying moments will not be like. How do you want your body interred, Trixie?
In a very reflection of real life, I would like my ashes to be turned into a tree pot and then planted.
Ooh. Trixie is played by Larissa and is a rock star little squirrel folk being with lots of fisty punches.
Just move on. Just move on.
Moving
move on.
Asher, how does the poet want to be remembered?
Blaze of glory, man. It's all about if he's going out, he's going out in a blaze of glory. That's like remembered for his brilliant poetic works and his bright exploding end. How's that?
And his completely thoughtless use of the spell Fireball.
Yes, exactly.
Do
you know how many fireballs I have? Now that with all these levels we've gotten, I could, if I don't cast anything but fireball, I have a lot of fireballs. I'm just saying.
Beautiful. So Jason plays Asher and the human bard, poet extraordinaire, master of the haiku. Tanzanite, how shalt thou be interred? I don't know why I keep doing that. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be murdered. I'm a bad human.
I hope to be able to continue what I'm doing even once dead. Maybe in the next life.
The end is never the end for Tanzanite. Tanzanite played by Jess. Tanzanite is a moon elf who has lived most of her life underground until running into these fine fellow peoples of the Overton city and areas beyond. And then finally, Veritar, how shalt thy life be doted upon?
Well, considering I'll probably be eaten and turned into dragon poo, you can just use me to fertilize Trixie's tree pod.
The circle of life. Oh, wait, sorry. Nope.
Sorry, change the words and make it funny, and then it's a parody. When you're made from poop. There we go. I fixed it. It's a parody now.
Played by Andy, the original Andy fan, and
the one and only.
Hey.
Helping us get started with the whole concept of this by helping watch and enjoy our little ridiculous attempt at doing a fun podcast.
Otherwise, we would just be speaking out into the literal void.
So we're going to go a little bit quickly through these things. Definitely as the cold season approaches and you do all the cold activities that are out there, including buying gifts for people, make sure you're supporting your little independent happy creators. And are there any other announcements that would be suitable for possible mid-December, late December sharings?
If you want to sing with a queer chorale and you're local to New York City, visit stonewallchorale.org and you can find information about auditioning and joining the Stonewall Chorale. We do 3 concerts a year, plus community outreach performances, and like small fundraising benefits and such. So, yeah, if you want to sing with a bunch of queers, come sing with us.
Are you queer?
And Jason.
Do you like
a bunch
beer?
of queers and Jason?
Sometimes.
I mean, Asher, he's pretty cool. You know, honorarily.
Yeah, no, he's the token straight in the bass section.
That's true. I'm an
So,
honorary queer.
any other announcements, or can we jump into a little recap? I will do the recap because it's quite short. Fine fellowed friends capitalized on Tanzanite's capacities as a speaker through the air, aka cell phone Tanzanite, to share a few tweets with their closest friends and confidants and allies to gather together the army of beings that they may or may not need. Who knows? They might not survive any of it. They have yet to draw Tiamat close, but that is quite in the works. As a week or so, possibly even 2 weeks, pass, and their friend of the dreamscape has been trying to lay some bait. You don't know if it's been successful or not, as well as whatever other plots and plans have been used to try to lure Tiamat down to the delve. I did hear some talk about an omelet, so that'll be interesting to see if that's part of the plan or not. And with that, I saith no more, because I'm excited to see what happens and to see who survives this beautiful, beautiful world that they get to live in right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, it has been 2 weeks. Your allies have all arrived, in as much as you're able to ascertain. Although the call had gone out to a wider range of folks, the people who are around seem to be the right people. And a certain nightmare has been summoning and trying to attract the attention of a greater nightmare, Tiamat herself. She has not shown. Folk are settling in. Some people are getting a little nervous.
Or impatient.
Move
Let's get this battle on the road.
Come on.
Why don't we have our dragon to fight?
That's
Put
Trixie
this
at the
thing
wheel of the
together.
airship, just honking.
What are you doing as you wait? Are you
What?
trying
What?
anything to draw
What are you doing?
Tiamat?
I'm having the eggs moved to the roof of the fortress.
Okay. Coordinating the movement of the eggs. That does prompt a certain friend of yours to change the dreams that they are trying to send to Tiamat. Could you go ahead and just roll a d20?
Oh, dear goodness gracious. Giant bag of dice.
14.
The night after you've moved the eggs, you yourself have a dream. Asher, standing in front of a crowd, being lauded as for the 65th release of your tome of haikus. A voice cuts in to this very pleasant dream. You wouldn't dare.
Dare what? Have a book party?
The scene in front of you vanishes, and in front of you appears the eggs that you've laid out on the roof, and it is exactly as you had arranged with the people helping support getting the eggs up there. What are you planning with my children?
Am I aware that I'm dreaming?
Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
So no.
Now that you've asked the question.
3.
No.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I could snuff you out.
You could try.
Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Uh, 16.
You barely dodge aside as shadowy jaws chomp down over where you were, and you see a gaping hole in the fabric of reality where those jaws landed.
Oh no, she has the reality stone.
Then I take out my gauntlet that has all the other stones in it. No. Okay. I'll be like, well, if you want to play like that, and I'm just going to boot one of the eggs off the top of the roof.
Roll another d20. Add your intimidation modifier to it.
$25.
Oh. All you hear as the dream fades back to the crowd that is silent now and staring with horror in their faces is the voice say, I will have you.
Cool story.
The people in front of you clap slowly and then pick up steam as they decide that that must have been a poem, and your dream goes back into its normal function. One of your greatest works becomes cool story. In the morning you wake up, but while you don't remember the crowd, the pleasant dream, you do remember the threat and kicking an egg in your dream off the top of the building. And you hear a clamor from outside the rooms, all 4 of you staying in the fortress right now. You hear a clamor from outside your rooms. And then swiftly you hear knocking on each of your doors.
I will answer my door.
As will I.
The eggs. All 3 of you, all 4 of you, you just hear different individuals coming to your doors. Trixie, to your door, it's one of the young healers. Tanzanite, to your door, it's actually one of the worshippers who has taken up your service here in the Delve. Asher, it's the butler that you created.
What was it, Hanky? What's his name?
And Veritar's the jeweler, who you once met long ago in the same space and who has come up to provide their services to the group. All of them individually to you, sharing how one of the eggs must have rocked in the night and fallen from the top of the fortress and has shattered below.
Cool. What a weird thing that happened. I don't know. I better talk to my friends. Bye. I'm just gonna grab my clothes and put them on, and I was probably in my clothes because I'm probably ready to get up and fight at any moment. I'm sure we're all very on edge at this point. But yeah, I'm gonna run over to Trixie's room.
The Trixie's right there at the doorway.
Yeah, no, I was.
The young healer has been just shared the same news with her, and Asher comes rushing over to your door, Trixie.
I had a dream where Tiamat came and threatened me, and then I kicked one of her eggs off the roof, and she was real mad. And now I woke up and one of the eggs was falling off the roof. So either I sleepwalked or something else weird happened. But yeah.
Probably the second one, based on everything that's been going on in our dreams lately. Well, I guess we should probably, put out the alarm because, I mean, if that didn't get her attention, then we may need to,
I'm going to turn around and just like activate like whatever system we have in place for like getting everyone ready. Basically, red alert.
Tanzanite, deep in your dark, cozy space, do you even have the sound alarm available, or have you like been like, no, that's not going in my space?
It's like on, but I've like turned it down, on volume notches to like 2. So like I hear it.
Okay, that's annoying. I'm gonna stop.
But yeah, I immediately get up and put on my fiercest all black sexy combat outfit.
How high are the heels? Just need to know.
Only like a what is this? Maybe 2.
Like a wedge.
Very sensible.
Oh,
no, not a wedge. They would be platform. They're butt kicking boots.
You got your sensible 2-inch heels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ones that you would like wear to work,
What's the name? Very Trinity.
Are comfortable.
I'm envisioning Trinity right now.
Yes, minus the coat. No coat.
No, because your shadows are your coat. They're your They're
right.
Your coat cape.
In Veritar, alarms going. There's somebody that has come up and shared what happened. Things have escalated quickly.
I'm going to go up to where the rest of the eggs are and pick the closest one to me and do a mind sliver into it.
Ooh.
Because if she's already on her way, we need to make sure she continues and stays focused.
Okay, I need a bunch of stuff. I didn't expect you to do it this early, but cool. Can I get you to? I mean, it's cool. I thought it would just be in battle.
Well, it's only a cantrip, so
yeah. Can I get you first to roll initiative?
Sure. That is a 12.
Awesome. And you thrust this disorienting spike of psychic energy into the eggshell. And it does have intelligence, and it did roll pretty well. Could you roll a d20 so I can find out which egg you just slivered?
Sure. 19.
You hear a screech from within the shell of the egg, but not in your ears, in your head, as that mind sliver transfers up the psychic link into your own mind, the screaming of the creature within. As it takes, can you roll a d6?
Yep.
Actually, for
4.
you, because you're level 20, I need you to roll 4d6.
Oh. All right. So that is 15.
15 points of damage to an infant dragonling. The egg's color shifts. Where before it was redder, it is now veined with purple and yellow.
I'm going to use my little communication device and just say, meet me at the eggs.
You all hear alarms. And then Veritar's voice through your link requesting you to beat them at the eggs.
Oh boy.
Veritar, while they make their way and make their choices, because I had you roll initiative and the eggs also rolled initiative, I need you to tell me, does a 25 hit?
Oh, yeah.
You experience some sort of psychic lance coming back at you from the eggs. They are not undefended, and you are going to take 10 points of psychic damage, unless mitigated by awesome things that you have attached to yourself.
All right.
As he's figuring out that painful moment, what are you all doing in response to
Since we're all
a
connected
request?
telepathically, even if we don't take damage necessarily, do we like feel that?
It's through a device, so no, you don't feel that.
Okay.
He would have to intentionally transmit.
Okay.
Which I would not.
All right. I'm just like
I'll take
making my
the
way
damage.
up.
Okay, Asher's making their way up. Tanzanite, are you making your way up?
Definitely.
And Trixie, are you? Okay.
As I'm like running up the stairs, and then Tanzanite comes running up behind me, I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna grab her by the cheeks and I'm gonna kiss her on the mouth, and then turn around and run up.
That's a bonus action. Okay. Is it a bonus action? Or is that an action?
I don't know. I'm not in combat order yet, am I? But
No, but I just need to know how much time to calculate here.
we'll say full action.
All right.
I'm showing Tanzanite a little action is what's going on here.
Oh, there it is.
But
Oh, dang. Trixie, you are definitely, beyond just your speed, the most likely to get there first. So just let me know in a second if you would have intended to be first or if you would have been stopped at the stairwell.
I would have they would have been in front of me, I think, just because based on marching order at that moment,
location.
and I would have skidded in and been like, okay, sorry, excuse me, and then I
It's like, timing.
sorry to intrude, you're blocking the way.
It's like being in middle school and trying to get down the hallways. Oh, why are they always making out?
Yeah, well, if Trixie was truly me, it would have been me. I'm just gonna scooch right by yes here. Sorry.
Oh.
Veritar, it is your turn. Do you, in the combat order with the eggs, do you do anything further?
If I'm able to, I'm going to push another one off the ledge. In fact, I will do the same one that I initially barbed.
Okay, for that one, I would like you to do a strength.
Okay.
So you could do an athletics check, or if you're like, I think that's the only strength-based thing I can think of. But if you can think of something more useful that you might be trying to do to get this egg off there, just go ahead and roll a strength-based check.
That is 17.
17. You get the right leverage. You're not unintelligent. But you are an individual more of
Mind and body.
charisma, a little bit more wisdom, and just like a robust physique in terms of like being able to put up with some abuse and things like that. Strength being maybe not your highest of capacities, but you know how to use what you've got in the most well-informed way, and with a nice hefty shove, the egg teeters, spins, and rolls towards the edge. Just as it's rolling towards the edge, Trixie, you arrive up at the top, seeing the egg rolling towards the edge. go ahead and roll your initiative.
Okay.
Do. Really, truly making an omelet, just not cooking it, huh? Kind of thought you'd get a big frying pan.
Asher's not here to either think that up or to cast Fireball yet, so don't cut us out. Yeah, that tracks. 12.
Wait, didn't Veritar roll 12 too? That is cracking
Andy,
me up.
did you also roll a 12? Did you roll a 12 or that was your total?
Yeah. No, 12 was my total after.
So
Okay.
now, who has the
Both
highest?
have high
I'm pretty
He
it
has
Dex?
plus Dex.
Dex, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you have higher Dex, I think.
Yeah,
Unless-
you have higher dex, Trixie.
I have a +5. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm plus 3.
Okay, so you'll be ahead of Andy in the order.
I'm just gonna squeeze right by you.
You see the
Poke that egg over the edge.
teetering off the edge, and then you see a bright flash of light from the egg towards Veritar. Veritar, can you go ahead and make a intelligence saving throw, please?
Yes.
Would whatever's going towards him be considered a missile?
It's considered a magical missile.
That's like the one thing I can't.
Yeah, you cannot catch a magic missile.
12.
12.
Technically,
A
I don't
mind sliver
catch. I tried.
of its own that is flavored very strongly in the same way your mind sliver is normally flavored. It's almost like it was held and reflected, or that your mind sliver permanently changed something about the egg, is thrown your direction, and it glances off. You are able to, with your psychic barriers in place, push it away. They don't have. They're a baby. They're not even a born dragon. They don't got the ability to really shove those things at you very well, but you're able to push aside that attack. And that takes us to...
Me?
That takes us to Larissa, who just ran away, so she had the best timing.
I have no idea what's happening.
Everyone can watch me pick out my dice for the battle.
You get to pretend to be Larissa because you get landed in her square when she ran away. So
La
that
la
was,
la. Oh.
good timing. Whatever that was. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, just the door.
Okay. So, Trixie, it is your turn in combat order. You've arrived at the top. You just saw this something fire from the egg towards Veritar. Somehow he's able to shrug it off or push it to the side.
Okay. I am going to Happy Gilmore this egg.
Don't know what that means.
I'm gonna
Like
take a running. Imagine a golf swing, but with a running approach.
You're taking a running shovel to this egg.
Mm-hmm.
Think hockey and golf in one.
With a shovel. A pointy shovel, a magical shovel, a shovel
That has a
of many
flat
parts.
side. It has a blade, like a flat.
And yet it's still a blade. Upon which
Yeah, but
eggs
it's
can
not
crack.
like it four-sided blade. It may splatter right there, but my point is to hit it as long as I'm in motion. I'm just.
I
going
am
to use
super
my...
excited to see this happen because
I mean, if it doesn't last, then I'm covered in goo again. So...
I know that's what that's the
As
only
you
thing I'm
should
worried
be.
about because you have been
it's
covered
not
in goo a
combat
lot.
if Trixie doesn't get covered in some sort of.
And we should just start off covered in
Yeah,
goo.
no. Let's
Okay, so go ahead and roll that attack. And because it is a technically prone though rolling object, you do have advantage on the physical attack.
Alright.
Not that you need it.
That is. Wait, where is it? Hang on. I need to make sure I calculate this right.
Oh, it's going to be massive.
49?
Okay, can you roll
22
damage?
plus 17?
Can you
No,
roll damage?
22, 32, and 7. 39. 39.
roll-
Math is hard.
Roll damage.
Yes, I'm
It's an
sorry.
egg.
I'm sorry.
It's armor class is 5.
I know. Just
I mean, there was only one way you weren't going to hit the egg.
hang on. I had my D20s out. I did not have my D8s out yet. There we go. Okay. It's 27 points of damage.
Yeah. So between the mind sliver and this, it's not a yoke because it has matured beyond that stage.
Right.
But a yellow scaled primordial creature is exposed for moments before purple blood, gore, and interior matter splatter in all directions. Trixie, why don't you just do a dexterity saving throw for the fun of it? And Veritar, why don't you do one too? Because guess what? You're in the
Hey!
that high level of a splatter range. You both deserve it.
That's a 9. I'm totally covered.
Chunks. It's chunky.
Dex save, you said? Dex save, you say. Let's see.
Very dexy.
Not really.
Wait, on the dice that you gave us, is the dragon the D20?
Yeah.
Or the one?
The 20. Somehow, you follow your shovel's trajectory through the splatter of everything and shield and redirect most of it towards Veritar. The contents of the egg, some of it falling over, and you land and there's a moment where you just look at yourself and go, wait, there's not a scrap on me.
I broke the goo barrier.
For the first time in Trixie's adventuring career, she has gone through the goo
Until I
completely
shake off
clean.
like a dog. No, I'm just kidding.
So combat is over for that little fun interlude. But as it is over, and then Tanzanite and Asher, you'll be arriving just as this happens. You'll see Trixie roll a wisdom saving throw. Veritar roll a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Oh. Wait. I have a thing. Hang on. I have all of these features and traits now. Hang on.
Yeah, you got a level 20 character. You should know everything about it. I mean, you've been playing it for 3 years.
It's one of the key things. Hang on. It's I can re-roll saving throws. 1 second. Yes. I'm going to re-roll that. It wasn't a nat 1, but it was very close.
Oof.
Better. Okay. That is a 22. Let me knock off one of my key points.
Veritar, your mind is invaded and you are paralyzed for a moment. Trixie, you're able to ward off the paralysis, but you both still hear the voice. You are. And it just cuts off right there. The pure venom in this telepathic voice is astounding. Trixie, to you, it's familiar from a certain experience you had not so long ago. Veritar, it's extremely familiar because you've heard this voice in the flesh. And you sense she is coming. Tanzanite and Asher, you arrive up at the top. There is Veritar covered in egg gore.
After I stop kissing her, I'm gonna say, don't forget that you
gore.
owe me a date.
Tanzanite, what do you...
Do you run off after that?
Not necessarily. If you're gonna say something.
I'm not gonna say anything. I was thinking very much a like frozen in place for a solid like minute, maybe 2 of just like inner girl squealing.
It's the Jonah Hill.
Yes.
So do you wait for her, Asher?
I feel like that's 12 turns if she or 6 turns if she goes for a full minute. So maybe what I will do instead is say, "Don't forget you owe me a date," and then grab her hand and then run up the stairs.
I
So
will
you're
go
dragged
with him.
along.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Maybe a little metagamey, but in the interest of not burning 6 turns and panicking Jess.
Well, combat is over, so that's all fine.
Oh, okay. Well then,
You all
Come up, everyone's dead. We're like, oh.
You arrive on the rooftop, and there that was enough of a
go down
delay
and
that
make
like
out.
Veritar has like kind of started to clean up. Trixie, you've had a moment. You may even have had like a couple of words exchanged as Asher and Tanzanite arrive.
okay, here's what I need to know. What did Jill end up doing to fortify/weaponize our fortress? Because that was a plan, and she had 2 weeks. Is
She
there
had
like
2 weeks,
like
and she's-
catapults or?
They
Like,
have been hard at work with various contraptions. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check of some sort. Either like, would you have been like with her, keeping up on what she was doing, or would you have been doing most of your own thing and then checking in occasionally, or would you just be like,
yeah, they sort of made me like the general kind of last time. so,
okay, so you would have been in?
Yeah,
there
I
the
would have
whole
been
time?
like up there, like monitoring and just making
Okay,
sure I knew
so
what our
what-
capabilities were going to be.
Awesome. So what I would like you to do is do a history check to see how well you were getting pulled into things, and then
31.
yeah, you definitely have a strong idea of the various defensive capacities. Some of it was a little bit esoteric, things that you weren't sure exactly what they were doing. There are underground some interesting changes to the structure of tunnels with arbiters around the outside of the base that they described as projectile launching tools. And then there are some things that are more humdrum, things that you would expect. A few ballista enchanted with some special properties. They require 3 people to operate. There is a catapult that can swivel in multiple directions. And there are a couple of other little shifts and changes. All of it just done in hope that it will be effective and not immediately destroyed. Their primary plans and hopes are these little arbiters throughout the fortress that are connected to hidden tunnels and hidden mechanisms. Those are the ones that they felt like were the most protected and the most likely to be successful. So they invested the most time in those.
Okay. As I like walk up, I'm gonna let go of like Tanzanite's hand and like stride across the roof and just be like, "Is she coming?"
Oh yes.
We definitely have her attention.
What is the
We
egg
need to get rid
situation?
of the rest of these eggs.
I was gonna ask her, how many eggs are there?
There are currently 19 left.
How big are they?
They vary in sizes. One of the bigger ones was just shoved and then didn't make it off and splattered. A medium-sized one was shoved off sometime in the night. The remaining ones range from the size of an ostrich egg to as big as your bodies.
Whose bodies?
Well, there is definitely one that's Trixie size, and there's definitely one that's Veritor sized. So the range is there.
They are
Tanzanite,
mature
there's none
enough
that
to be
quite
able
fits
to
your body
attack.
proportions because you're super tall, but also super.
Are 10 of them small by chance? Like 10 of them, would they be considered small sized?
Yeah.
I would like to say, I hear that these eggs are cheaper by the dozen, but I'll pay extra, and I'm gonna just animate 10 of them and just chuck them off the edge, and then release the spell.
Okay. Can you roll another intimidation check?
Looks like, what is this?
I don't think we're expecting us to be this aggressive.
Going at it. That's cool.
That is that one is not as good. 13.
All right. Could I have everybody roll a perception check?
Oh, all right.
Oh, the music changed. That's not ominous at all.
Not at all.
Wow.
Oh, where am I?
30.
Perception. 18.
Tanzanite, what do your elf eyes see?
I also got an 18.
23.
Wow. So Asher rolled the highest perception check?
I rolled a 7. What do you want from me?
I have a plus 13
I
perception.
only have
bonus.
A
Plus
higher
three.
roll. Trixie.
Yes.
Well, it's
what I
not a
want.
saving throw. I can't re-roll it. I'm sorry.
So Asher, you see a point in space up above start to glow with glyphs that you recognize. This type of glyph should not be possible without all the painstaking work that you have to do. But one moment is there, and the next, there is this colossus creature occupying most of the sky, most of the visible area. And you, Veritar, have seen this before. You see it's Tiamat. Could I have everybody who is here?
So
Wait. Before you
Everyone.
say anything,
Okay.
I would like to counter charm. Like as that thing is like as the portal appears, I'm gonna counter.
You
charm
want a
her.
counter spell?
Counter charm,
counter charm.
Counter charm. I gotta
which
remember
is
because
action. Here, I'll put it in the private chat.
no, I can.
I
I
was-
can.
And I'd like to do a bonus action to sprout wings.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Because I can do that now.
Okay, so this means
L20 is fun, isn't it?
We get
that
advantage
you
when it
all
tries
have
to dragon
advantage
fear
on
us.
saving throws
Yeah.
against being frightened. So that is what I was going to ask you all to do. So
That's why I spat and cut you off because I knew it was about to happen, and I know that I fail these every fucking time.
So can I have everybody roll their oh man, all the fun stuff gets taken away.
Wisdom save with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the advantage, because that's at 20. Without it,
Nat 20.
would've been bad.
I nat 20
Oh.
on a wisdom save. I nat 20 on a wisdom save.
Mine is a 25.
Where'd
it go?
I need your total.
So my total is 23, but it was with the
Okay,
nat 20.
yeah. What'd you get?
23 for me.
Okay.
That's how bad my
You all-
wisdom bonus is. I have a 21 with a nat 20. So
Okay, so who made the nat 20s? Because I thought I heard two people. Asher made a nat 20, nobody else?
I did.
You
Oh,
did.
Veritar made it nat 20.
And it was only because of the advantage, so thank you.
I got a 19.
Mm,
Not that it matters, but I
close.
think that's impressive.
yeah. I mean,
did you roll a 7?
Me?
Yes.
No, I
your
rolled a
total
14.
was a 7?
No.
Oh, 25.
25.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
Is
I
it
took that as
backwards or not?
7.
like,
I just took it as 7.
I just
Is it
took it as
backwards
a,
to y'all or just me?
No, I
it's
just
forward,
counted how
it's
many
forwards.
fingers you had up. Like
Right, but is this on your left?
that is
yeah, yes,
2,
that
Yeah.
would be 2-5. Yes,
Okay.
you have it in the
All
right order
okay.
for us.
Okay.
So the two of you who rolled nat 20s, you can choose two of the individuals who've come up here that are about to run away to help them overcome their fear in this moment
I will
With-
reach out.
with some words. So it'll be a persuasion roll.
Okay.
That you are so capable in the moment of fighting off the fear that you can actually say something inspiring to another to keep them from their fear.
I will reach out towards Trixie.
No, neither
No.
of them are feared.
None-
Oh, okay.
Somebody
this
else
would
might
be
have
are the
Gotcha.
NPCs.
Oh, gotcha.
So I can share with you some of the individuals that are up here, or you can just say individuals that you would have wanted to make sure were not feared. But the only person who is currently up here who does not appear to be under the impact of the fear spell is Jill. Most of the people manning the different weaponry and things like that look afraid. Nee has not made it up. Most of your folks have not made it up.
Lich Lord? No.
Not made it up yet, but if that's the one you would protect, then you can save that for the moment that they arrive.
I will save it for... Is my mom here? Did she come with me? I would assume she didn't.
She did not.
Okay. Then I will save it for Nee and Trixie's dad.
Okay. And Veritar, would you save yours or would you use it on one of the people that's up here right now?
I would use it on one of the people manning one of our weapons currently up here.
So there are individuals that are supporting the ballista and this multi-angle catapult machine.
The multi-angle catapult machine.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a persuasion check really quickly.
Stay strong. Together we can take her down. That is an 18 plus 11. That is a 29.
Yes, with your words, this young dwarven-looking woman looks to you, stands up straight as she was just about to run, looks to Jill, and the two of them march over to the multi-angled catapult machine, working together to make sure that stays in practice and functioning. So, a little bit of storytelling while you all roll your combat order, if you wouldn't mind so much. You see Tiamat hogging the skies. She is a 5-headed progenitor of dragons, but she doesn't exactly look purely draconic. Sorry, just writing down a quick note because I remembered something that I forgot. Okay. So you see her...
Tiamat's secret 7th head. Wait, what?
Yes. Where's the 6th?
head.
We have no idea.
That one fell off years ago. But...
She's just looming over the fortress like the monstrous colossus that she is. She has these obsidian scales that in different lights might have an iridescent sheen, but now you're underneath it and it's not reflecting sunlight, it's reflecting the reflected light, which just makes it look darker and almost like 1,000 polished mirrors. Her eyes are just glowing embers, even in the daylight that you're in as dawn has arrived. And it's 10 individual embers in that sky. You can see an aura of decay still envelops her as the magic of the spell that brought her here flickers out. And you notice several other glyphs of a similar shape taking form in the skies and in the lands around the fortress. She has not come alone.
On your left.
The black head drips with venom. A forked tongue flicks out to taste the air. The green head, radiating that decay and really the source of it, hisses, and you can see its spittle burns away cloud cover and possibly whatever else it lands on. The blue head is crackling with lightning and is roaring, bringing volume to the space. The eyes that would be aglow actually seeming to now sparkle with electricity. The red head is itself aflame and belching a fire that, should it have already been down here, would have incinerated everything. The white head is the most peaceful, but the red glow of those eyes is the most likely to chill an individual and bring fear. You can see that Tiamat's body is a fortress in and of itself in comparison to the fortress in which you all stand, exposed, uncovered, along with the eggs.
I'm sorry, what
thick
was the
armor.
second? What was the second one you said?
Which second?
Color.
The second color I said was the green. Black, green,
Blue, red, white.
Red, white.
Sorry.
No worries. Those thick armor scales, almost a counterpoint in their organic nature to the heavy layers of armament that Jill and her team had attached to the outside of the building. Constructed lines versus organic lines. Her claws are as long as swords, if not longer. A tail that's a whip of muscle and bone. And there above you, the embodiment of destruction, true force of nature, ruin and despair. She is that dark omen that heralds the end of all that is good and beautiful here at the Delve.
I am the terror that flaps in the night. Sorry.
I like it. All right. What you get for your initiatives?
21.
I don't want to say.
Oh.
I got an 8.
Oh, I'll say 9.
Hey! I'm happy I can make you feel better.
Thanks.
There's
a little
that
bit
persuasion.
better.
I actually got a 22.
Hey!
Ooh, you're ahead of Asher. Okay. And great. Trixie, Asher, you're up on deck. You have the first go of things, the first moment of reaction to her appearance. What are you doing?
I would like to rage.
Rage away. Is this your first time raging in combat?
Yes.
What does
No,
it look
you've
like
done
when
it
Trixie
once or
goes
twice
into a
before.
rage?
Did I think I might have done it once before, but I don't think it was like a very
It was a
Fancy
swift rage.
well. It was more just like it was a flash in the pan kind of moment. Like it wasn't like a constant thing. It's mostly it you kind of see Trixie almost like physically switching gears, like instead of her movements being like kind of like lithe and flowy, she just kind of like almost does like a Dragon Ball like stomp and like pulls her arms down and just like starts gassing herself up, and like you hear this scream that kind of just starts really low and then just like bursts out of her, and at that point I am going to start swinging with my swinging at the rest of the eggs with my weapon. And I get 2 of these per round, right?
2 what?
2 attacks with this weapon, right? It's not a single.
Whatever your attacks are, stay with what your attacks are.
Right.
The weapon has
Okay.
nothing to do with your attacks.
I just can remember, like, I just haven't done like my unarmed strike in a while, and so but I know this doesn't count as an.
Yeah, you can whack it with a monk weapon, which is what the weapon counts as.
Right.
Well, however many number of attacks you have within that realm, and
Right.
then do your flurry of blows, which is a different thing.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. So yeah. First attack.
Roll those attacks. Are you going for the biggest to smallest, or what's?
I'm just closest, so I'm just gonna start think like
I will
the
randomly roll for
Looney
the
Tunes.
eggs.
Yeah, Looney Tune Tasmanian Devil, just like just.
Okay.
Okay, 14 plus 22 is 36.
That definitely hits. Roll the damage. Just tell me if you don't roll a 1 on the eggs.
Okay.
I mean, tell me if you roll a 1. That's the only way that you're not going to hit.
24 damage.
Awesome. Another egg explodes. I think just based on your natural 20 from last time, you've figured out how to follow the shovel in such a way as you can avoid most of the sludge.
I'm happy to re-roll it every once in a while. Maybe
Yeah.
if it's a particularly large egg or goopy.
There'll be opportunities. I think that the larger ones are actually easier to figure out the trajectory of avoiding. But yes, you split this one open. It is much more yolk than the previous one.
I rolled a 13, so...
that hits.
Yeah. And that's 23 points.
Okay. As each egg is cracked open, she is roaring in frustration and rage, desperate to get closer to you all.
Oh, wait. I mean, it doesn't matter, but remind me when I get to hitting things that I don't one-shot with a hit that I need to add my damage for my rage.
Yeah, you remind yourself of that. I'm not reminding you.
Okay, fine.
Hey, Larissa, add your rage.
I'm writing everything down right now so I remember.
Awesome. You know what? Where is my whiteboard? It's here somewhere.
I was like, I need to have everything in one spot so I can just look and not have to keep clicking. It only took this whole campaign. But I'm learning how to play this game.
They both have notes and little battle sheets and I think that was it.
I can't find my whiteboard. Somebody remind me to add my rage.
Okay.
I don't want shots.
Add rage.
Thank you.
Okay. You hit the next one.
Yeah.
Damage,
so I
please.
took out 2. Oh, it was 23 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
In
yep,
theory.
you took out 2.
Yep. Okay.
And what's up next for our enraged monk? Your support partner came over and helped you out there.
No, he just he has 3 monitors and I have 2, so I have StreamYard and D&D Beyond. And okay. Rage will be in red.
Let me know if you need more colors. I got a whole pile of colors.
Okay.
I'm rolling for pain.
I'm sorry to have forgotten. That's my turn because I use my bonus action to rage. So
okay.
In terms
Cool.
of movement, it's only just as far as it takes me to get to the next egg before I.
Thank you for letting me know. Asher, it is your turn. Tanzanite, you need to be ready on deck.
Oh, I'm next.
Okay, it's my turn.
Nope. Hate that message in the.
I just messaged and said, Andy, we know how to take care of these enemies. Wish for an Ant-Man suit.
And I've just sent back, okay, then you wish for hot sauce. Bonus damage.
Okay. Hate that.
Okay. Trying to think of which head I hate the most. Which one is the decay head? Green?
The black one is the one that's
Black is the acid one, right?
Black is poison. Or acid, I'm not sure.
I think black is
Green is
acid.
acid.
Because we fought the black dragon at the Dove, and that was an acid dragon.
There's venom from the black head. Green head is the decay and acid. Blue head is lightning.
So venom, yeah. Black is poison.
Okay.
Thank you. I feel validated.
Sorry.
Black head is not.
Nuts.
Oh,
Okay.
It's not.
venom.
Black
Is
has
venom not poison?
Is that not the same? All right.
In what I've shared so far of if you want to find out more, you could roll in your next turn.
Okay.
I'm just.
But what I
confused because
described
you say-
was the black head dripping with venom,
right.
the green head radiating aura of decay and spitting acid.
Right.
How far above us is Tiamat? Like, is she like 10 feet away from me, or is she like 100 feet up?
She's about. She is and closing. She is about 120 feet from you.
How convenient. I would like to launch a fireball at 4th level at the green head.
Whee.
I will say, burning and burn bright, flames engulf this ugly thing. Hey, crispy dragon, and shoot fireball.
Awesome. You shoot fireball. And nothing appears to happen.
What? Boo.
The lack of reaction whatsoever along her skin or anywhere else around that head, you are very aware that she appears to be immune to fire damage.
Oh, my best spell. Boo. Or maybe not best, but favorite.
Well, you took out a pumpkin with it. That was pretty epic.
Okay, and then Boomer will shoot. Can I have a free action? Is the telepathy a free action in the thing?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna let them all know that she seems to be immune to fire.
Okay.
The Boomer with the radiant damage that I put in the vial will shoot at the green head also.
Roll the attack.
Let's see how bad this DC is. So this is 13, 22.
22. That misses.
Thought it might. Damn it. Okay.
You see the piece ricochet off of the green head. It's Tiamat's armor protecting it in this moment, and you do see a bit of a startled reaction from that green head. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
The creature known as Tiamat flies down, almost falling down, with her fly speed of 120 feet. Rips the side of the fortress and rips at it, trying to claw away the chunk where the remaining eggs still lie, possibly catching Trixie or anybody else who claims to be near those eggs. Can I have Trixie definitely and anybody else do a dexterity saving throw to stay out of the area where she is ripping fortress off?
I can see this, right? I can see this coming essentially?
Yes. Oh.
Okay.
It's very hard to miss anything that's coming at this point since it's...
I'm saying I have advantage. I have advantage on dex saves.
And head in the sand at this point.
I had a natural 20 on the dex save.
Okay.
Unnatural 20 for me.
Okay. 26.
My blue dice are crit dice today. It's my crit fail dice.
16.
Baratar, Trixie, and Asher, you all duck and dodge out of the way. Tanzanite, you're caught up in the chaos of chunks of stone, armored stone, eggs, and everything else. And you're now held within the cage of the material that she's gripped with this one claw, and she's trapped around it. So you're kind of in that space. You still have freedom of movement and everything else like that, but you're within that space as she's protecting those remaining eggs. And she goes to, honestly, she's going to go for Trixie because Trixie was the last one smashing her babies. So she is going to go ahead and do her multi-attack. She's going to bite, claw, and tail slap all at the same time. Trixie, That was a natural 20. So a 49, I'm guessing, hits.
Yes.
And
you're supposed to say no and just watch Rick's face for a second.
You're going to take 23
All right.
points of
Silvery
piercing
barbs
damage.
is a reaction.
That's halved because I'm raging.
Oh,
Silvery barbs is a reaction.
Oh, wait, hold on.
So you make me re-roll it, so it's not a natural 20 anymore. It is still...
And I will give encouragement to Trixie from that.
Okay. So that takes us to still a 46 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, and you're going to take 23 points of piercing damage and 19 points... No. Oh, with your...
I'm raging, so I'm resistant.
Raging, so you'll have to have it. I'm not going to do that math for you.
So it's 23, so 13?
23 piercing and 19 force damage.
Okay.
So you'll have both of those.
19. What's 20? Maybe 11 halves, so it's 12. Yeah. Okay, so 31. Okay.
Then you're also going to get a 25 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
So that's another swipe coming at you. That is a 21 slashing damage, halved. So you can have it.
11. Okay.
And I need you to do a dexterity save.
Okay. And I can see it.
Oh yeah. She is not subtle. She doesn't think she needs to be.
Oh, good. Okay. Another dex save, you said?
Yes.
That's 26.
You escape her attempt to grapple you, and then you see the tail coming, and it is a 23 to hit.
Does not hit.
God, she's rolling low. And you see the tail coming, and her raging and roaring, and you know that if you had been caught up in that tail hit, you would have been knocked prone. And that ends her turn. She is clutching and protecting the eggs, and Tanzanite is caught up within that. She is clearly going after Trixie, going wild over there. Tanzanite, it is your turn. Veritar, you're up next.
I'm not sure if you already did this, but could you explain sort of the layout of, because we're on top of the roof of our thing, right?
Yeah. So it's your fortress that you've built out. It's a flat surface that's hosting some various weaponry and tools that people are trying to get activated and make work. It's been covered in some recent enhancements to increase the defensive capabilities. You're not within the defensive structures right now because you are out in the open spaces. So you don't have the protections of the defensive structures. So you could go back inside of the fortress to have those protections. There's a lot of those different openings and spaces that the dwarves did not enjoy, or the Delvians did not enjoy, which is why this was ceded over to you, really, is because it was a space that they found uncomfortable. There is the bigger aperture of the airship dock, but currently all the activity is focused above right now on that top of the building.
And then how far am I / the eggs compared to everyone else?
You're all in melee range of Tiamat. It's hard to be out of her melee range right now without being within the structure, utilizing the structure as defensive space, because you're all out in the open. So you're right up next to the eggs. Trixie is within 15 feet of her. The others are within 20 or so feet of her.
Okay.
She's got reach. She big.
I would like to. Where's my sheet? It was planar. This one. No. It was this one. Okay. At 5th level, I would like to summon a celestial.
Awesome.
So I'm going to call forth a celestial spirit. It manifests in an angelic form and occupies a space that you see within range.
What is one of your celestials that you would summon as the deity of your own belief system? Describe this celestial being. Is this one of your shadows brought into a higher level of form? What is this?
It's definitely one of my shadows, so it like withers out from me. And think like, for some reason I'm imagining like a Dementor from Harry Potter, but with like a smoke mask on its face.
Okay.
Don't know why, but that's what it is. And it's like just wispy and black and yeah.
All right. So this wispy blackened form, now made corporeal, and are you choosing it to be an Avenger or a Defender?
I am choosing it to be a Avenger.
Awesome. So you have a ranged weapon attack with it. It also has the multi-attack piece, so you have that whole stat block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you won't be able to use the Radiant Mace, but you'll be able to use the Radiant Bow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've called it forth. It's an ally to you, and it shares your initiative count. Takes its turn immediately after you. So that took your action to have up there. It is a concentration spell. Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And what item of yours valued at least 500 gold pieces was consumed by the creation of this being? So one of your jewels on your mace, was it?
It was the center jewel of my head, my tiara.
Becomes part of the shadow to upgrade it to this space of this celestial being.
Mm-hmm.
It obeys your verbal commands, so it doesn't require an action for you to tell it to do things. But if you don't give it a command each turn, it will just take the dodge action and use its move to avoid danger. So you have to have a command for it.
So, so I basically want it to be sort of on the opposite side of us, so that like if Tiamat wanted to look at it, it'd have to like either turn around, turn its head, kind of a thing.
A couple of its
heads. Yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to like pincer it, sort of between creating a pincer
fortress
sort of situation.
and it.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell it to start avenging.
So attack Tiamat. Okay.
Well, I might say you tell it to assemble with everybody else.
So as the Avenger mode, it has a range of 150 to 600 feet. So is it at a distance?
Yeah, it would have like.
So you cast it at the furthest area you could have, and then it moved its 90 feet or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So and it flies, so it's also floating, so it can be wherever you need it to be, honestly. Great. So it's come into being. You've given it the command to attack, so after your turn it will do that. You still have your bonus action and your movement. You are currently trapped within the claws of Tiamat with the eggs.
See. Action. Bonus action. I am going to I had something. I swear I did. Spells. That's all I can do right now.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna move yet. I don't know if she knows I'm underneath her foot yet or not, so I'm trying to keep that quiet. For now.
Touch the foot. That brings us over to Veritar.
Okay, I'm going to.
Hey, Jess, remember that time a dragon sat on you? Just be careful.
Attempt to cast Hold Monster at the 5th level.
Casting Hold
by
Monster.
Pulling out a little piece of iron and saying, "You will not harm us for now."
What is the save on that?
Wisdom 19.
Wisdom 19. It is going to use one of its legendary resistances to succeed. So that's a pain in the ass.
I'm going to use a reaction to crap myself. No. And then I'm just going to say through our pieces, like, we need to get Tiamat away from this area. We're too boxed in.
So that's action, no movement, no whatever the other thing is that I was trying to say.
No reaction.
Or bonus action?
Yeah, movement. I will always fly 30 feet away.
Okay. Gaining distance from Tiamat. So you are now officially 50 feet from this creature.
Okay.
Give or take. With that, the next person up will be Trixie. However, so you're on deck, Trixie. However, we are on the catapult crew. Jill and the individual that is with her are coordinating together to launch a object at her, and it takes both of their actions together, and they are both successful. And you see them launch into her wings this conglomeration of objects that form out to become a net, entangling her wings and keeping her from taking off for the moment, because she just failed the grapple check on that one, because I am having terrible luck with my dice. At the same time, you hear rattling noises from below as the individuals become mobilized and ready, and you can hear some voices that you recognize starting to come up. You also, off in the distance, can see those portals that were appearing in those spaces resolving, and outpouring forth hordes of foot troops, leaping down to the ground and presumably making their way towards the delve. Trixie, it's your turn.
I am continuing what I'm doing to move around the claws and just going after.
So now you're trying to get to these eggs between the claws. Because of the claws and the way she's protecting them, they do have a higher DC now. So go ahead and roll your attacks, and I do need to know what your attacks are.
Okay. Why am I having such a 34?
34 hits.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to remember all the things I have to okay. Okay. So that first hit will be, wait, hold on. 2 plus 20 is 24 points of whatever damage my weapon does.
Splits open an egg successfully.
Oh, okay. So is that a one shot?
Yeah, that is a one shot egg smash.
Okay. All right. Next egg. Ooh, so close. Why can't I do math?
Wait, did you say meth?
Math.
Oh.
Math.
I'm never gonna stay awake. I'm never gonna stay awake for this whole fight. I'm gonna do meth.
That's how she raised.
41. Sorry.
She screams with both of these successful hits on her clutch.
Are those both one shots? Yeah. Okay. Bonus action, flurry of blows. Let me just mark off.
Is this against the eggs? Because you'll have to crawl in to get. I mean, you have the reach with the shovel, but you'll have to actually get right up into those talons.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm also there, so don't hit me.
I mean, this is an unarmed attack, so I'm not just like randomly swinging. Sorry, I'm just marking off the key before I forget. Okay. Well, what is my unarmed attack again? Probably not nearly as effective. Where is it? Okay. 19?
19 does not hit.
The egg? Okay.
Trying to get your fist between the talons and hitting the egg in the right spot, the way that she's protecting it, is just enough that she's keeping you at bay.
Okay. And then my second follow-up. 28?
That does hit.
Okay. I'm also using Hand of Harm for that one. Let me mark off another key. Wait, no. Do I have to? Do I? Yeah, because I don't get nearly as much damage on this.
Okay. What is the total damage then?
Well, okay, so I wish I could just know. Hang on 1 second. Know whether or not I will need to use a. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I feel you.
Remember. Oh, I don't have to spend a key point when I'm doing it in Flurry of Blows. Okay, never mind. So, that is. I just had it. Where'd it go? My D8. I just had it. Okay, wow. 7 plus. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what the Hand of Harm is. So it's the 7 bludgeoning plus 12 necrotic.
The egg first cracks with the hit of your fist, and then the necrosis that covers it causes it to collapse on itself. I did forget one thing, Tanzanite. Can you roll the attack for your Avenger? Because I did forget to do that.
Yes. Oh,
and
gosh.
From now on, you'll have to do it. The remembering after your turn is over.
Will do.
Not my job.
I wasn't sure if it started this round or like I had to wait around.
It starts right away,
Perfect.
just like your Mace of Powiness.
Perfect. So the 2 attacks. And do I get anything
else you're doing, Trixie, while she's rolling her attacks and such?
I don't think so. I think that's.
So you're staying right up there?
Yes.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. She's going to take a legendary action and furiously bite at you at her feet. So one of her heads, the black one, comes down and does a definitely 19 plus 17 is a big number. Does that beat your armor class?
Yes.
Okay. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Ooh. 19 plus, I think my wisdom save is 21. So that's 30.
Okay, you make the save and you are not frightened.
Okay.
But you do take 23 points of piercing damage. You're in a rage, so you'll half that, and 19 points of force damage. You'll half that.
Hang on. Oh, okay. I also have evasion.
Okay, so then you'll half the half.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Because it does. Oh, but that's only a dex save, right? Evasion.
I don't know your character. You have to know your character. I'm not.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. a lot of different things. Okay, if anything, it's half. It was 19 and what? 23, you said? Okay.
Yeah. Tanzanite, while she's calculating and doing that, what were your 2 attacks to hit?
So, do I add anything to the roll? Or is it just what I rolled? I can't figure that out.
Are you looking at the stat block here? You use that stat block and it should have the stuff for that.
I just don't. I see the armor class, how many hit points it has, and then I see the if it hits what I roll, but I don't see if I add anything.
It's to hit would be, so you're rolling for this attack that it does with its magical power. You're rolling 2d6.
Oh, so as if the thing it hits automatically. I don't have to roll to see if it hits.
Yeah, it's a magical spell.
Sorry. I thought I had to roll to see if it even hits the thing to get the damage.
Your weapon, okay, range, weapon attack, your attack spell modifier to hit. So your attack spell modifier, what is your attack spell modifier? That's your d20 plus your attack spell modifier. Which I think is plus 10 at this time.
Plus attack spell modifier is 10. Oh, okay, I understand.
So d20 plus 10.
The first one, so that was a 12. 22. The second one would be 21.
Okay. And those are both aimed at Tiamat?
Yes.
They both miss.
Wow.
Glancing off the armor, splashing around. Is there still damage at all when they miss?
No, I don't believe so. Let me triple check.
Okay. Trixie, anything else you were going to be doing as part of all of that? You were dodging, defending, and all that stuff. I wasn't sure if you were.
It's only if if I have to make a dex save, and I make or break the dex save. Okay. That would, but because it was a wisdom save. But don't let me forget, I have advantage on wisdom saves against. I have it written down now, but thankfully I rolled high.
Asher, it is your turn. Sorry, I did not give you an up on deck warning.
The other thing I need to know is it to reload my pistol, is that an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay, I'm going to just scoot back as far as I can scoot. Since she came down on top of me on my last turn.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, as I'm doing that, flip open the revolver, dump out the regular ammo.
You're probably close enough to get within the door frame of the entrance to the rooftop, which would give you a little bit of cover.
Yeah, I'll do that. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to just dump out the ammo in my pistol and then take out ice bullets since fire bullets didn't work and try that.
Okay.
Put those in and then go ahead and shoot for the green head again.
Go ahead and roll the attack.
Uh, 31.
31 hits.
Damage is 27 plus. Son of a bitch. Hang on, I gotta find the ice bullets.
As you're looking for the ice bullets, Tanzanite, can you remind me again what your highest hit to hit was?
22.
Okay.
There we go. Damn it. Okay, so when you gave me the ice bullets, you told me how many I had, but not what they do extra. So I guess I don't know.
Okay, well,
so I can try to.
I'll have you roll the right dice. I guess I'll just have to take that one as a foolishness on my part. I thought I'd put that into the weapon, but
no, the weapon I have, the damage from the weapon is 27, but the bullets themselves should have extra. I think for if the dice does anything. If it doesn't do anything, it doesn't matter. But
I think it just changes the damage type, but I will go and
okay.
Then
never mind.
This isn't Boomer. This is Easy Squeezy, or is this?
This is Easy Squeeze. Yeah. Okay.
I hate it so much. I don't remember that being a thing. So
yeah. So
when Joe upgraded my pistol in the god thing, it became
so
Easy
bad.
Squeeze.
And the ice bullets will add another D8 of ice damage. So you roll your 2d8 plus 1d8 for ice damage plus the 15 piercing, I think.
Okay. So 27 regular damage, 2 ice damage.
Okay. The ice component, you can see it has no effect. The piercing damage you see has no effect.
Okay.
Your bullet does nothing. And then a second later, the magical component of your pistol itself, and you can feel the arcane energies of it go into effect, and that piercing damage suddenly occurs after the bullet has fallen away, and you can see the hole open up in one of the scales as the arcane energies catch up with the physical energies, and you can see that damage has occurred.
Hey, I did damage. At least I didn't get skunked after Tiamat eats me. I did some damage. I used everything there, so I'm done.
And that's your turn. Tiamat's going to use her remaining legendary action until her turn following your turn, to bite at Trixie once more, because Trixie's really pissing her off, breaking her eggs. So Trixie does...
Is it another natural 20?
No, I rolled a 3.
Oh.
I've got this gargantuan creature of epic proportions trying to myrtleize y'all. And
Myrtleize?
she can't land a hit on Trixie.
Oh, moaning metal.
I mean, she has landed hits. I shouldn't be so whiny, but she definitely missed. All right. Yeah, so her... So annoying. Yeah, she missed. Okay. Yeah, she tried to take a claw attack at you, Trixie, and you were able to weave within the other claw to avoid her, and she's keeping that one claw so stationary and protective around the eggs, and it's almost now becoming a hindrance to her because she can't even get to you as you're sneaking in and out of these broadsword length claws that are protecting her clutch, and it's almost like she's protecting you in a way, and it just enrages her further. Tanzanite, it'll be your turn next. It is now Tiamat's turn. She is so frustrated with Trixie. You all just hear a growl, but Tanzanite and Trixie being the closest to the 5 mouths that come down. I will just... And she doesn't finish the sentence as she exhales. And she is exhaling chromatic flames. It's this multicolored flame that would, if she was doing it not at point blank range, spread out into a 30-foot cone. But here it's just causing splash damage all over the place. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so did she move, but did she move her arm?
She just brought all of her heads down to where her feet are.
Okay.
And breathed out this multicolored exhalation.
So technically, do we have any sort of cover because of her foot?
No, this is not something that is limited by cover.
I'm just asking though. But like,
I mean, from a physical
I'm wondering
attack,
if there's like any sort of
argument for Tanzanite does, because Tanzanite is inside of the claw. Tanzanite will have cover. She has partial cover, but not from this attack.
Right. I'm just wondering if there's any sort of like argument for advantage because we are essentially under her foot and she's aiming at her foot.
No, not in this situation from this thing. What Tanzanite has is partial cover, which gives her a higher DC to hit.
I'm also under there too because I
You're
had
not
to go in
within
to
the
punch
claw.
the kids. Oh, well, I had to go on. Okay.
If you want to go
Yeah,
within the
confused.
claw, that will be a different thing because I will have to have you roll some stuff.
Okay. I was just confused.
I thought you were just trying to smash them from the outside.
No, you said I had to get closer in order to.
You had to get closer, but you, like with your shovel, you could like stab them. But now you're like up against the claws.
Right, because I had to punch them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm outside the claws. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Sorry. Just didn't. Okay. That didn't click. So just a dex save, you said?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dex save, you say.
8.
Do I have advantage on.
You have failed.
I do have advantage on dex saves. Hang on. Where is it? Because I can see it.
Yes. So, okay. Hold on. Tanzanite, you take 71 points.
Woo!
In this moment, we're going to say that it's lightning damage.
22.
You also failed. Okay. So you are going to take 71 points, although you have your evasion thing.
Yeah.
Only if you succeed, though, right?
I only take half if I fail.
Okay. So you take half of the damage of 71 points of lightning damage. So you'll take whatever that is.
36.
36.
Thank you. I'm not mathing anymore. I was ready for addition. I was not ready for subtraction and division. I'm like, that's your all's lives, not my life. Great. All exciting. Happy, healthy people. All happy to be there.
Happy.
You can see, because of the specificity of what the aspect has done to you all in that space, that all of the eggs that are still intact, Tanzanite and Trixie, crackle with lightning energy, and their coloration has changed slightly.
Wait, sorry, they crackle with what energy? Sorry, my brain.
Lightning energy,
lightning.
Okay. Electrical energy, and their coloration has changed slightly, closer to the hue of a blue.
Okay.
That takes us to Tanzanite.
All right, so for me, okay, I am going to first pull out my long sword, my dragon slayer.
Woo!
And I am gonna try to shove it in her foot.
You have advantage because you are within her foot, and she is unwilling to move her foot to protect her egg group that she has absconded with.
So I'm gonna do that. Plus 10. 23?
23 just hits.
Hurrah!
You all now know her armor class.
Okay, she's a 23er. Okay.
Unless I do something to change things. Magics.
That's going to be a D8 and a D10. What's this? 8, okay, and then a 10. Nope, that's a 12. One's a 10.
The 10s are the ones that look like UFOs.
Ah, yes. There it is.
She only recovered one of her legendary actions. That's lame.
Okay.
I'm so sorry for you.
And then plus 6. Yeah. You fucking...
That's one.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A whole 8 points of damage.
She barely feels it, but you got through.
Insult to injury, Rick. Jeez.
And then, should I go with my original plan or? Okay, I'm going with my original plan. I'm going to now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet away from her Talon clawed foot. Okay.
Bonus action, Misty Step. Whoosh.
Yep.
Are you going into cover of the building, or are you just still out in the open?
I'll go into cover of this move.
Okay.
And then for my attacks because I'm done. I'm now done. For my people, my person, is going to be, come on, roll well. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's a 19, that's a 17, plus 20, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, yeah, I was right. So a 27 and a 29.
Both hit.
And then that is going to be 2d6. Okay, so a d6. Where are my d6s? Nope. There you are. Okay. Come on. Do you want them total or do you want them separate?
Total.
Okay, so
it's a magical hit. She doesn't have resistance to this business.
Okay. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points.
Awesome.
So many are going to jail.
Peel off her points of hit points. And that takes us to Veritar. You're up. She is going to use her one legendary action in between. So just as you're planning what you're going to do, Veritar, because I forgot to give you the heads up, she is going to try to bite at Trixie again because Trixie is breaking her eggs. And but she only has the 1 point, so she can only do the attack. So she's going to do a claw attack. She's going to scrape you off of her nails, like paint that just need to be peeled off. Oh! You hear her growl, and me growl. I rolled a 2. She misses. Once again, this frustrating little furball won't leave her children alone. Veritar, what are you up to?
I am once again going to cast Hold Monster at the 5th level. DC Wisdom 19.
19 still. So she rolled a natural 20.
Okay. Then I am going to use my movement to get another 30 feet away, flying while shouting, "Come fight one of your other children, mother!" to try and get her attention.
Roll an roll. Go ahead and roll it as an intimidation check.
Okay.
I
29.
think it's more of a how much can I piss off my mother check, but
yeah. Kind of 29.
I never loved you anyway.
3 of the heads whip in your direction, reminded of you. Her claw that is covering the remainder of her eggs spasms in place. The remaining eggs are safe in the moment, but her attention is now split. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
She has no more legendary actions, so she can't deal with you properly. Trixie, you're up on deck after the environment does its thing. The rotating ridiculousness has been abandoned by Jill and company. They run over to one of the ballistae and they aim it at the foot that you're standing in front of, Trixie. And you hear Jill go, "She's fine." And they fire one of the pieces from that. That's going to hit. And you see one of the ballistae stick right above your head, just for dramatic fun, Trixie. It's a good thing you're short. Right into the crotch of the claws where they come together. You know how painful that is to go right up there, right between the bones.
For a paper cut.
And you can see the barb sticking out. And once within, you hear a ticking. And Jill just yells at you, "Run!"
Oh, I'm so glad I got out of there.
Trixie.
My turn? Okay.
Yes.
I
Tick.
I know. Okay, I am going to run up her arm, up her claw, as far as my 65 feet will take me.
You run 65 feet up the side of Tiamat, the legendary, mythic goddess of dragons.
She's like a gnat.
Yep.
Just won't go away.
She's
got 10 eyes. Start hitting them.
This is where dragon gnats come from. Your people are no longer known as the squirrel folk of Atlant. They are now the dragon fleas.
Better than pirate queen.
No, you're the pirate queen of the dragon gnats.
Oh, what is your ability to run?
Up anything.
Trixie, what is your distance?
Oh, my distance is 65 feet.
Okay, 65 feet. You are well up onto her shoulder.
Okay. I'm gonna start attacking at like the base of the neck where the heads start to split.
Okay, roll your attacks.
Ooh, like a paper cut between your fingers, but your heads.
This first
sticking out. They're just
this first attack I'm gonna make reckless.
okay.
Woo!
I think it was with advantage. That is,
Asher, you're up on deck, by the way.
it's 30. 11 plus 1 is 33, which hits, right?
Yes, 33 hits.
Okay. So that means. Sorry, I'm just making sure I have all the right dice. Okay, so it is. Come on. Okay. It is. 26 plus the 2 for raging is 28. Plus 28 regular plus wait, no, that's it. Yep, plus 5 necrotic. And is there anything else? And I'm going to use a charge. So that's then another.
Bring me the total, please.
I'm trying. It's just different damage, so I don't know if it matters. I don't. What is this?
Because of your monkishness, your bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damages are considered magical, so those get through.
Okay. All right.
I think at this point it's safe for me to just tell you all that she is immune to lightning, poison, cold, fire, and acid.
That's what I was assuming.
Okay, so it was 22 plus the. It was 20, 26 plus. So it's 28 damage plus 5 necrotic.
Okay.
And that was my first one. Sorry. This one will be shorter.
Bring it on.
That's
She
a
ain't afraid of you.
That's a 34.
That hits.
So that one will be 25 points of damage plus, or a total of 27 points of damage. And then I'm going to use a key point and do Flurry of Blows.
Okay, roll both the attacks at the same time so we can just zip
Yes,
through.
I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Trying.
This is the downside of playing a monk, is you have so many actions. Like it.
Okay, first one is a 13, or a 13 plus 11. I don't think either of them hit, but no. 13 it is 24. That hits, right?
That hits. Yeah.
Okay. D8.
And anybody who's watching in the future, if I missed somebody saying 23 to hit a while ago, there were other effects going on with Tiamat when she first arrived. She was protected for a moment.
6 plus a D6 necrotic. 6 plus 1 damage, and the other one doesn't hit it. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
She may have gotten a pinprick from Tanzanite, who discovered her armor class, figured out what it takes to really pierce that hide. She is now being abused by the knit of dragon damage, and she is reacting. She was distracted for a moment by Veritar, but the two of the three heads that were looking at Veritar turned back to this horrible insect that is pestering at her, and because she doesn't recover enough of her legendary actions, I can't do anything about it. Asher, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Oh, you know, stuff.
Protectively ensconced in the structure.
Speaking of protectively ensconced, under her claw, how many eggs?
Go ahead and roll a perception check to see how many have survived.
Less than 10-minute warning.
Wow.
I know.
30,
It took a hot minute to get going, but we did it.
Before.
Also, this is my board.
33.
All the
33
shit I
hits.
have to remember. No.
Oh no, 33. Sorry, 33 is okay. Yes, you for whatever reason you're in the right perfect position. You count out and you 7 uncracked eggs currently protected within her claws.
Okay. And what are the object sizes on those?
They're all medium.
Okay. I lost my spell. Give me a second. There it is. All right. Medium's count as 2. So I'm gonna grab 3 of them with animate objects. I'm gonna say the kitchen is closed, but that doesn't mean I can't scramble a few eggs. I'm just gonna like throw my hands out and like animate 3 of them and just rip them as hard as I can into her toes and smash them, like against her.
Ooh! Oh! It's so mean. I love it.
Roll a strength check, but add your spell modifier to it.
Oh boy.
Come on, dice. You gave me 2 natural 20s. Come on. That's gonna fail. Shit.
But you also have luck. You have a lot of luck on your
I'll
side.
do a luck point, I guess. Because that was a really bad roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's in that one, so let's do another luck point.
Oh no. Rick's like, I feel your pain.
I do.
That was a waste of 2 luck points. I should have just stayed.
I'm sorry.
Fucked. 12.
Sorry.
So the eggs are seethed through her claws, destroyed utterly.
All right,
You did
then.
not just cause her any damage.
Oh, I wasn't trying to damage her. I was just trying to break eggs. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you
used
could have done a lot of damage with her own babies that were currently electrically charged in a way that she could take the damage from. So I was kind of nervous. But okay, I'm glad you didn't want to do that.
Well, thanks for telling me that. There's still eggs left.
Is that all for your turn?
Open mouth, insert foot.
No, I got Boomer will. Wait, no, animating and then doing something with them as a bonus action, isn't it? Like the pulling them would have been the bonus action. So I'm done.
But okay, with this, Tiamat tries to cradle the eggs in her claw in an attempt to escape right now, because her future is being destroyed as she stays here longer, and she's become worried. She's going to do a dexterity check. She successfully protects the remaining 4 eggs in her claw as she tries to lift herself up. It's clutched in that claw, this gargantuan creature. And
did the ballista go off and I missed it?
No, you haven't missed it yet.
Okay.
And she begins to launch herself backwards off the fortress. Trixie's still attached like the gnat that she is right now. As she does so, you hear an explosion and a scream. She had turned and moved such that she was out of sight, but as she comes back around, her claw is bloodied and shattered. She seems less concerned about the injury she has sustained than about the yolks sliming down to the valley floor below. As she makes that turn, she gets hit from the side from one of those apertures with a huge rock, Indiana Jones style, running down that type of rock, catching her off balance, and goes down. We're going to stop right here.
Woo!
Thank you for joining us. I hope you all enjoy and have a beautiful day.
Da, da, da.
You have to wait. You have to wait 2 weeks. We have to wait, or maybe a week, but we only have to wait like 10 minutes.
Catch you on the other side. Thank you very much, and have a great couple of weeks.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.